Welcome to Splorin with Ed and Cheryl.
This is our first episode as we invite you to join us on our adventures in our new town, plus wherever we're going to go.
We have been reunited high school sweethearts and married for about 7 years now.
That's awesome. Until now, I've lived in one city my entire life, Savannah.
And I've lived in 13 different cities along the U.S. East Coast, the West Coast, the Gulf Coast, and in Central America.
Central America's down there, I think. I don't know. And recently we moved to Augusta, Georgia, world famous for the Masters Golf Tournament. Anyway.
Wherever we are, we like trying new things and having fun. Or to go splorin', as Ed says. So what exactly does splorin' mean?
Splorin' means adventure. It means trying something new you've never tried, going someplace you've never gone before. It's like exploring, but it's just splorin'.
So our plan is to take you with us as we discover new places far away or very close to home. Right. Or
some hidden treasures as well.
Yeah. And rediscover old places, old favorites that we've been to. So you can catch the podcast weekly, and you can follow along with us on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Blogspot, where we'll have more details, and you'll get to read my beautiful writing. So
excellent.
Thank you.
Can't wait for that. This week, though, we decided to try two new places.
Yeah, very close to home in Grovetown, Georgia. We went to Meimei's Dim Sum House and Artsy Me. So, what did you think about Meimei's?
Well, first off, when we got there, I was in a hurry to be like the first one in the door.
Right, because we got there before they opened.
I was afraid there would be no food. You know, I couldn't get some.
They're going to be out of food. Well, there were a lot of people waiting. I mean, that told me that this place was going to be good.
Yeah, and it was.
Because a lot of people were waiting.
And we opened the door, and what was the first thing?
It was just the smell was
of the food. It was
amazing. It was so good.
So delectable.
It just smelled delicious in there. I don't know. It smelled like donuts? I don't know. It was,
Why would it smell like donuts?
I don't know, just yummy. It smelled yummy.
It smelled good.
and they had a huge menu.
They did.
Really nice people. And so we ordered the dim sum sampler platter, and that had like 4 different kinds of dumplings. In a pork bun, which was really, I mean, it was like that big.
Which was very, very good.
And we'd never had anything like that before. I've never had
the pork bun, but it was really small. And
it wasn't really small. It was like that big, and we tore it in half.
That's true. We did.
Well, actually, we tore it into lots of small pieces.
But it was really good, and I highly suggest you.
Oh my gosh,
you check it out.
And then we split sesame chicken, which came with broccoli.
You can never go wrong with sesame chicken.
And this fabulous bowl of white rice, which
I always say there's 2 things you can never have enough of, and that's cheese. The answer is always yes if you want more, and white rice.
Right.
You can never have
we
enough
didn't have
white
any
rice.
cheese there, though.
There was no cheese.
So, but the broccoli was really good that came with the chicken. And
very fresh.
And everything. Well, I mean, we ate every single bite.
We did.
Every bit of it. So we were really excited about that. And then after we finished there, we went over to Artsy Me, which was like less than a mile.
I think it was like less than a mile away.
It's like out and across the way.
So what is Artsy Me?
Well, this was something, and I did this, I think, one time when I was a kid.
And I've never done this.
Yeah, I think it maybe was when I was in a brownie or something, but you go in and there's just pieces of pottery. So you don't have to make pottery. You just pick out ceramic that you want. And they had so many to choose from.
So many different ones you could choose from, different sizes and shapes. They're all basically white.
Yeah, because they're just plain ceramics. And those, they've already been baked,
and you go there and you essentially will sit down at the table with brushes. They give you
you have to pick out your colors.
You pick out your colors.
And the whole price is based on whichever piece you pick out. So
and you'll see eventually when we get the finished pieces that we painted, I told the lady, I want the most vibrant colors you have.
Yeah, well, hopefully they turn out vibrant.
The loudest, brightest colors. So
you have to put more layers of the glaze on in order to make the colors more vibrant. But they showed you, like,
I put so much
the wall of paints had a chip for each color, and it showed this is what it will look like if you do 1 coat, and this is what it will look like if you do 3 coats. So you could help to choose the colors, because the colors that you're actually brushing on don't really look like what the so it's like this pink is really going to be bright red. So that was a lot of fun. But I think one of the most interesting things was not just the variety of things they had that you could choose, but there were different kinds of people. So the first people that we saw there were a couple of these ladies who were longtime residents, I think so. Originally from here.
Yes, from Augusta.
And Jana and Kathy.
And they were so nice.
And Jana was painting.
Shout out
there
to
she is
you
on the
guys.
screen right now for those of us looking at the video.
If you're watching the video.
She was painting this Christmas tree, and she is actually
really beautiful.
a potter. She makes her own pottery.
I thought she put like the little sprinkles in the green part of it, but it was actually one of the paints.
One of the paints you could get sprinkles in it already.
And
so they come there quite often, she said, just for fun, because even though she makes her own pots.
A place we're going to be going to more.
Oh,
I definitely.
Well, I made what I was making. Hope
say.
Mom's not watching, but spoiler alert, Mom. I made my mom something for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So for me, that's really great because I don't like to have a lot of things around the house because I don't like to have to dust them. But this way, so I think when I go there, I'll just make something as a gift for someone else. So I get to have the experience.
Which is a great thing.
And I get to give a present as well. So it's, I'm paying for the experience, but then I'm also getting a present for somebody out of it.
Yeah. So we will have on our social media that you can follow us on. We'll have some pictures. I think in about a week we'll get our finished painted projects because
after they've been fired.
They fired.
And then they'll be shiny and pretty.
Yeah, mine's probably going to be so.
Oh, there's my owl that I made for Mom.
Yeah, if you're watching the video, you'll see that.
Brilliantly artistic.
And mine was a fish.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like it was a piggy bank fish.
It was a piggy bank. It was a piggy bank fish, which I thought was a really neat idea. So I went all out. This guy's full of color. So I can't wait to see it.
Well, and it was something like you can go and you can do it with your friends, or there were a lot of families there with their children. Mm-hmm. One mom let me take some pictures with the kids. And then in the back, they had a party room. So you could schedule to have a whole party. So
birthday party, whatever kind of party you want.
Yeah, and later on, this wasn't officially part of the day of Splorin, but we also went to the movies later on, and the movie theater we went to here locally also had an actual party room, and there was a party going on. That was on the side. We went to different movies because
we went to two separate movies, which I'll talk about later.
You can check out his other show, Geek Home World, for
podcast.
Review of John Wick
4, which I saw.
And I'll also be talking about the movie I saw, which what is it called? Looking for the King or something like that about Richard III. You can catch that, me chatting about that on my Twitter feed at Princess Palace. But meanwhile, with Splorin, we wanted to do a feature where we talk about places and things that we've done before now. So places outside of the Augusta area. So we're going to do pop quiz.
I was going to say pop quiz. You said it first.
So we're each going to take a turn asking the other a question.
Would you like to go first?
Haven't necessarily prepared for. Okay.
Okay.
So
this is unrehearsed.
Okay. So I know that you have been to New York City a couple of times with your brother and your sister.
Yes.
So when you've gone to New York City, what have you enjoyed the most about New York City?
It's hard to pinpoint one thing, but I have to say one of the high points was watching my brother perform at
Carnegie
Hall. Thank you. I forgot.
How do you get to Carnegie? Well, you follow your brother.
I was thinking of the place. Exactly. How do you get the famous line? How do you get to Carnegie Hall? And so
you go follow your brother who practiced.
It's not often you get to see a family member perform there, but that was really a highlight. Of course, all the different places, the museums. There's so much to do. I love the vibrant lights and we couldn't do it all, but. There's so much to see and so much to do there. Natural History Museum was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, among other things. I hope that answers the question.
Sure.
So, pop quiz for you, Cheryl.
All right.
Where's a place that you've visited? Because you've lived in different places around the world. Where's a place that you've been that has been a real joy to be?
I've lived in a lot of places and then I've gone a lot of places, and we love Disney.
And we do.
And I've been to Disneyland many, many times. I've been to Disney World. Like, we could go to Disney World.
We could live there.
Like, if we didn't have to work, that's where we would go.
I thought about retiring to Disney.
In one of the castles. But,
yeah.
But of places that I've only been once, I think that I would say Bergen, not New Jersey.
Okay.
Don't think I've been to Bergen in New Jersey, but on the west coast of Norway.
Fascinating.
So I was there in the summertime, and it's just a beautiful coastal town. It's a port. I don't know if it's still an active port or not, but it was very active, hundreds of years ago when the Hanseatic League was there. And so all the buildings there along the wharf are like these brightly colored red and yellow and blue, and
I know. I'd
just
love that.
gorgeous. And it's really kind of funny because I was told that there's a rivalry between Bergen and the capital in Oslo. And so in Oslo, there's a sculpture park by this artist, Vigeland, I think is his name. And there's a famous statue of a little baby.
Oh, wow.
And so if you go to Bergen, they've got a replica of the statue of the baby in the middle of a fountain.
Okay.
But the water in the fountain is shooting onto the baby's head. So I thought...
Interesting.
If you're going to have a rivalry with the town, that was a pretty funny thing to do.
That's
so
cool.
I
It
really
sounds
loved
like
it.
a really beautiful place to visit.
It's pretty, and the people in Norway are just so nice. So
if there's anybody in Norway
would love to spend more time in Norway.
that hears this or knows of that or from the town.
Oh, yeah, sure. Send some pictures.
Yeah. Hit us up on social media.
In fact, we would love to see your pictures on social media. Yeah. You can share those with us. You can see it across the screen if you're watching on video, but, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's Splorin With Us, so Splorin. I better say that slower since those of you who aren't Southern maybe can't understand that. Splorin with us. And so you can see us there. We'll have more information there. Right. But we also want to issue a challenge to you each week because we want you to get Splorin.
We want you to try something new.
Do something new this week.
So whatever you do, we want you to find the joy in the journey.
And thanks for Splorin With Us.